and welcome to another Illustrator tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to use some of the Pathfinder tools, and what we're going to do is we're going to create some of the interlocking rings that we see in the Olympic logo. So to do that, the first thing we're going to do is to create a circle. So we're going to go down here, and you may not see the ellipse tool right away. You'll probably see the rectangle tool. If that is the case, just go down to the rectangle tool. And you're going to click on it and hold. And once you do that, you're going to get this drop down menu, and you're going to go to the ellipse tool. And then once you're on the ellipse tool, you can let go, and the ellipse tool will be selected. So with that, we're going to make our circle. You can just click and drag, and we're going to hold the shift key as we're dragging. And what this does is it makes a perfect circle. So if we let go, you're going to see you're probably going to get an ellipse. But that's not what we want. So if you click and hold the shift key at the same time as you're dragging, you're going to get a perfect circle. Alright, so I'm going to make it this big. And I'm going to change the color. So you can just click the I key on your keyboard for the eyedropper tool. Or you can go here again to your tools and go down to the eyedropper tool. You click on it, and then we're going to go to the yellow and just click on it. Alright, so now that I have my yellow, we're good, but this is not a ring. This is a circle. So how do I get from here to a ring? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this circle, and I'm going to do so by doing Command C to copy my circle, and then I'm going to do Command F to paste that circle on top of the other one. So if I would have done Command V, I would have just gotten a copy somewhere in the document, but since I did Command F, my circle is going to be right on top of the other one. And to show you that, I'm just going to change the color to orange right here, and you're going to see that if I move this top circle, the other one's going to be right below it, the yellow one. So there's my circle. So I'm gonna undo that, Command Z. So now I have two circles, one on top, orange one, and then the other one, the yellow one on the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the top one, and by clicking on the corner here and dragging, I'm gonna make it smaller. Now, to do this, you're gonna have to hold the Shift key and the Option key down. So click the Shift and Option key, and then drag. So what this does is the Shift key makes it proportional, so we still get that perfect circle. The Option key, what it does is it makes it bigger or smaller from the center of the circle. So if I let the Option key go, you're gonna see it's still gonna make it bigger and smaller, but it's not gonna be right on top of the other one anymore. So I'm gonna hit the Option key again, and I'm gonna make it about this big. Alright, so now I have two circles, one on top of the other. So how do I go from two circles to my ring? Well, if we look at this, really all I want is the yellow that I see right now without the orange in it. So what I'm going to do is just that. I'm going to select both of them, and this is where we're going to use the Pathfinder tool. So if you don't see your Pathfinder right away, it's not showing on your tools here, you can always go to Window and go down to Pathfinder. If you see the check mark right next to it, it means it's open already, so it's probably hiding somewhere. If you don't see it right away, you can just unclick it, make it go away, and then click on it again, and you'll more likely see it pop up. Alright, so once you have your Pathfinder tool, for this we're going to use the second tool, the minus front. So what this does is it takes whatever's on top and removes that from whatever's behind it. So click on it, and we're going to see that the orange was removed from the yellow circle. So now what do we have now? A ring. There we go. Alright, so to do the interlocking rings, what do I need? Another ring. So what I'm going to do is I can do what I just did again, or I can just click and holding the Option key, drag, and what it does is it's going to make a copy of it. And you're going to see, you can see I have two arrows, a black one and a white one right below it, which means it's making a copy. So I'm going to just click and drag and let go. And there's my copy. Alright, if you don't want to do that, you can always do the, Command C for copy and then Command V for paste, and it does the same thing. I just like to do it that way. So now we have two rings, and I'm going to make this one green. So again, I'm going to hit the I key on my keyboard and select that green. And you can just click on the corner here, and again, holding the Shift key, we're going to make it smaller. Alright, so about that big. Alright, so now we have the two rings, but you can see the green goes on top of the yellow one. And that's not really what I want, so how do I make the green go below the yellow one right here, but above the yellow one on this side? Well, we're going to use another one of the Pathfinder tools. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both circles. And I'm going to go to the Divide tool on the Pathfinder. So if you click on that, what this does is every time a shape crosses another one, it's gonna divide it, and it's gonna create a new shape. And I'm just gonna make this bigger in a minute so you can see better. But if I just click on this and drag, you can see that it's all one shape, and that's because it's been grouped. So to get the individual shapes, you want to do Command Shift G for ungroup, or you can always come to Object and Ungroup, and it's the same thing. Alright, so let me zoom in real quick so you can see it better. So once you've ungrouped everything, you're going to see that this is now one shape, and then this right here where the two rings cross each other, that's another shape. And that's what we're going to use to make the interlocking rings. So if we look at the other one, let me make this smaller so we can look at the other one. You're going to see that the green one goes below the yellow one on this side. So that shape right there should be yellow. So I'm going to do the eyedropper again. So I on your keyboard, or you can do the eyedropper tool and select the yellow. But if we zoom in again, you're going to see, because we have a white stroke, and you can always change that. Like if I put no stroke, you won't see it. But just so you know how it works, I'm just going to click on it, and holding the Shift key again, I'm going to click on the other yellow shapes. And alright, so to make my ring, now I have 3 shapes, but I really just want the one ring. So what I'm going to do is go to the Pathfinder again, and now I'm going to choose the first shape mode, which is the Unite one. So if you click on that, all those 3 shapes are going to be united, and they're going to become just the one shape. So click on that, and now this is my ring. Pretty cool. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the green one. So I'm going to click on this one, and then holding Shift, click on that one and that one. Do the same thing, go to the Unite tool, and there's my other ring now. Alright, so Control Z. So now you can see that the green ring goes below the yellow one and then above the yellow one there. So there we go. There are 2 interlocking rings, and the Olympic logo is really the same thing, except you have 5 rings instead of just 2. But it will be the exact same thing we just did. So I hope you were able to follow this. If you have any questions, you can always ask. You can always let me know. But thank you for watching, and have a good one.